Thundergrunt.
Warning! The following program may contain adult or offensive language, excessive drinking, extra lives, heavy nostalgia, dragons, and general dipshittery. Listener discretion is advised.
Holy shit. And welcome to MAGCast. This is episode 37.
Whoa.
Oh, spaghetti strainers. My name is Big Adam, and apparently I'm in a pasta kind of mood tonight. To my left, as currently always,
As usual.
MAGCast's very own technical producer, Mr. Ryan. I updated to El Capitan for no reason and ruined everything Meyer.
It's true, I did. To be fair, the computer was very, very persuasive. It was like, hey, do you want to upgrade to El Capitan? And I was like, sure.
I was
Why
like, come
not?
on, fella. Had a little gif of finger guns and everything.
I don't recall that.
You
but
don't remember the finger guns? El
No, they
Capitan?
might have like Men in Black memory flashed me afterwards. Maybe that was what happened.
They won't let you remember.
He got hit with the nebulizer.
Boom.
It's a neuralizer.
Neuralizer, nebulizer. That's my asthma machine when I was a kid. It's pretty much the same thing.
That bummed me out.
Yeah.
Sitting next to him, making his return, his triumphant gaming return, the man who goes by a color. Sort of. Mr.
That's racist.
I don't see color
Red
myself.
Rupee, otherwise known as Orby Fumble. What's up, dude?
How's it going? I'm back.
Welcome back. I hope the work that you missed the show for last time was worth it.
Yeah.
No comment. All right. Fair enough. And this time last, but certainly not
Wait,
least.
I'm the last?
You're the last one right now.
Oh, man.
We can't get the whole crew out of here.
MAGCast's very own bundle of joy. That happy, jolly, go lucky son of a bitch himself. Mr. Huey Hessen. What's up, dude?
Okay, hi.
Oh, okay.
How's it going? I'm fine. Everything's jolly dandy good. I'm beating up people in Marvel.
Yeah, he's
while we're
lost in
talking.
the world of Marvel right now.
The world of Marvel.
Contest of Champions. He's kind
CTFCs.
of sucked into it right now. I'll tell you what. Let's
He was
go.
just trying to make up for Mike not being here.
Yeah.
It's true.
When it's being a
Mike's
bummer.
not here, so
and
this
Huey.
episode's going to be upbeat by a factor of at least 3.
Mike's busy moving or something. I don't know.
Who
Yeah,
knows?
he's
what-
fits moving. He's trying to get his security deposit back from his old
we
apartment.
cut him
From his old house.
too many slack. All right, I'm just saying. He doesn't. He gets too much slack.
Are you trying to vote him out again?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying.
I'm saying it can be brought to the table again.
I think we can only have this vote once per episode decade.
Okay.
Yeah, there has to be an ice
and that
cream
happened
cake
at like
in between.
31, so we got to wait.
We gotta wait
Okay.
till the 4th. Well, I think like we can't do it with the same number in the tens digit
Right,
of
right, right.
episodes.
Okay.
Come episode 40, we can have this discussion again.
Okay. There it is, Huey. Now you have a chance to build arguments and save what you got.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yep.
He's just
3
saying.
episodes left.
Right. Before we have to eat a truly mind-bending amount of ice cream
Oh
cake.
no, we're up to sheet cakes
We
now,
are.
aren't we?
It's coming.
We
What
are
episode is
up
this?
to a small sheet cake. This is 37.
Oh.
If you've been paying attention to the show.
37. Oh man. In a row?
I wasn't going to go to the Clerk's Dick reference, damn it.
That's all we've got.
But anyway, let's go ahead and get fired up with some MAGFest news.
What's happening?
Right now, I'll tell you what's happening. Ryan here and the music department's announcing a bunch of awesome musicians,
My God.
2 at a time.
Oh, that's right, we are.
2 at a time. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to announce what's currently
Okay.
on.
All right. Huey and I are going to be the judge of awesome here.
Okay, fair enough.
Huey,
so
put that
what I'm
game
gonna
down.
do is
I gotta kill Iron
Ryan,
Fist, then
this
I'll put it down.
episode, will you guys? Ryan, this episode releases Thursday, which means you're going to be announcing one the day before that. So technically, you're going to be announcing on the show early as of recording, but
The
on
cutting
time.
edge.
This show's on the cutting, like Orvie just said, the cutting edge of technology, because we record at the last millisecond possible.
Streets ahead.
Anyway, in case you are just heinously unaware, MAGFest this year, February 18th through 21st, at the Gaylord, like it has been for the last couple years. Gaylord. I was waiting for that one. But anyway, like we were talking about, oh man, look at this lineup. This is so good. I don't even want to read it.
I mean, I
don't want to read it.
don't read it.
But I'm
Huey and
going
I are
to.
waiting
I'm going
with
to start.
bated breath.
I'm going to start with the 2 acts that honestly I don't know, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing. And I believe both of them are chiptune artists. The first one's APOC, and the second one is Little Paul. I've never heard of those guys, but that's just me. I'm not huge into the chiptune
APOC
scene.
was that guy from The Matrix, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. All right. He seems cool.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
I'll
right.
check out his.
And Little Paul?
I thought it was the rapper that like died a while ago.
That
No,
was
that
BPOC.
that was 3.
No.
okay.
No. APOC's the guy from Legacy of the Void. He's the Dark
Oh
Zelmaga
yeah,
guy.
he's the
Yeah.
evil dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
the
guy's
Dark
a
Lord
jerk.
APOC.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Why did we invite him to MAGFest?
Oh.
I feel like that's a bad move. But
Oh,
luckily,
maybe it's a trap that we're setting for him.
but what do we make of this Little Paul gentleman?
He's little. I don't know.
I wouldn't make a big deal out of it.
Oh!
I'm sure he's awesome. I'm really looking forward to seeing his act. Next,
That wasn't demeaning. That was honest.
the next up is some of my favorite people coming all the way down from Massachusetts. The World is Square.
Oh yeah, it's so
Fucking
square.
love those guys. They're,
They're awesome.
I'm just
They
saying.
know how to
Dude,
party.
I last saw them at PAX East, and they did. Not only did they do Booster's Tower, which was
Okay.
awesome, but they finished out with some Time Scar. And oh man,
Durr.
what a set!
Shit.
What a set!
I think they recently, and by recently I mean in the last 6 months or so, they put out a new album. So they definitely have new stuff. Definitely check them out before they come to MAGFest. And at MAGFest, spend your entire life savings. I haven't asked the fans to do that in a while.
Oh yeah, totally.
On
they
the
built
World
up.
Square.
The World is Square. If you're not familiar with them at all, they're a folksy Square themed band.
Yes.
Square being the software company
Right.
making all the Final
Enix
Fantasies
/
and such.
soft.
Yeah. But yeah, they have a lot of weird instrumentation, and it's really cool and interesting. Very chill stuff.
They're a ton of fun to hang out with too after the show. Drink a beer with them.
Adam knows them.
I promise you, you'll have a fun time.
They've bought him a beer before.
Next, that is true. Next up, as
Actually
you've
pretty cool
heard, Mega Ran coming in to the episode here. Mega Ran went on tour last year with another artist named Samus, who I had the opportunity to see for the first time at BitGen this past year. She is making her way to MAGFest this year, and man, she destroyed at BitGen. So
It's a
I'm
Samus
very
with
excited.
2 M's.
That's true. I'm very, very excited to see her perform again. That's going to be a lot of fun.
I think we had her on last year, I believe, too. Like one of the daytime slots, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So that
okay.
or classic, I can't remember.
No, she was at Mega
Prime?
Mag. Yeah.
Classic?
No, full
Oh,
Mag.
yeah, okay. Oh, you said mini mag. Yeah.
Oh, I said Mega Mag.
Oh, Mega Mag, cool.
Next up, but definitely not to be overshadowed by anyone, is 8-Bit Disaster. These guys are awesome.
EBD.
I've had the chance to see these guys twice now, and they're a ton of fun every time they play. Very much looking forward to seeing those guys.
I heard it was kind of a disaster.
But there it is. But
Orby's on a roll.
so far, and I'm going to be totally biased here, my favorite announcement is the return of the mighty Metroid Metal. And god damn it, I love seeing those guys live.
Yeah, it's been. Was it just last year they weren't there, or has it been 2?
I think it's been 2 since they've played.
It's been a hot minute.
But
They got some
man,
new
I saw
goodies?
that they got announced, and I fanboyed a little bit. To be totally honest, I love watching those guys do what they do. They're all masters of their art.
Yep.
So, god damn it, that's
Little
gonna be a
math
fun
metal.
show.
You have to study them a little bit ahead of time. If
A
you
little
want to
bit.
headbang.
Yeah, very, very accurate. I fully intend on being in that mosh pit, so feel free to join me. I'm going to grab Huey and throw him in there with me, and it's going to be a good time.
Whatever.
But Ryan, so this, like I said, this is
The
going to
old
release
Magmore mosh
Thursday,
pit.
which means we're going to have another announcement Wednesday. Do you want to give us on the show, being as though it'll be in time anyway?
Do you know who they're announcing on Thursday?
I do not.
That
This
makes
is all
two
in
of
your
us.
hands. Oh,
You don't know? You're music department guy.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
don't- I
PR,
don't run
though.
The announcements.
Oh man,
Well,
I mean,
you're just gonna have to
I can
wait.
just pull 2 names off our list.
give me. Okay, we're gonna do this. Give me one kind of up and comer that we can get excited about, and then give me a name that I can get
Yeah,
excited
we're
about.
allowed to do some MAGCast
MAGCast
exclusives.
exclusive.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
man, the
Let's
problem is
exclusive
these
it up.
are all
Let's let the 4
No,
people
okay,
listening
well, no.
know.
Let's make sure that it's confirmed.
I
We
don't know who's confirmed. That's
Oh,
the problem.
see, you're a terrible department head.
I am pretty
That's
bad.
pretty much
it's
where
true.
that went.
All right.
You've got a
I
real
don't know.
department, Ryan. It's okay.
Should we just throw out 2 names that are
I
that are on my list that may or may not be confirmed? They
that
may
are-
or may not even
They
actually
may
come
or may
to
not
MAGFest.
even come. Okay, let's do it.
All right. Heavily disclaimered. These acts are not yet confirmed. They may or may not actually come to MAGFest.
You've heard it here, not yet
100%
confirmed.
going to be there.
So if anyone comes to any of us at MAGFest and is like, hey, you said so-and-so is going to be here.
We did not.
We did not. We
say
very
that.
specifically did not say that.
I will stand by what's said.
All right.
And I'll stand by Orby.
I will take all
I'll
comers.
stand by you. Sorry, go ahead.
All right, somebody's probably going to kill me for this, but that's okay.
That's okay.
No one listens. It's fine. The
not a
office,
single
the
person.
office crew
So-
in the bod doesn't listen to this show.
I know. I'm not that worried about it. But. All right, so coming hot off of a performance at Mag Classic,
Hot.
we have
Directly off
the
of.
jazz fusion xylophone stylings of Disco Cactus.
My God.
Reminder.
I'm actually
I don't-
fucking
I-
amped about that.
I don't know if we've confirmed them yet, so they should.
I'll
they
talk
should
to Doug
be
after
there.
the
I
show.
hope
It's fine.
so.
I'll make that happen.
And
That
All
disco
right.
ball is prickly.
you know what? I probably shouldn't drop this one, but I'm gonna.
Oh,
All right.
exclusive time.
So-
Exclusive time.
Little MAGCast exclusive right here. Making their MAGFest debut.
Oh.
They have never played a MAGFest event. I don't think they've played a BitGen. This is going to be their
My-
MAGFest event family debut.
Uh-oh.
It is
Yeah.
the fine gentleman
Uh-oh.
My
from
God.
the chiptune synth rock sensation I Fight Dragons.
Oh, shit. Actually, that's pretty fucking awesome. No, they have not played a BitGen.
They've
That's
not.
what I said.
no.
I said they haven't played
No,
any.
you said you didn't know if they had or not.
I said I don't think they have.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough. They have not. So that would be, if that goes through, that would be incredible. Because those guys are awesome.
The old Dagron fighters.
They do a mean cover of The Power of Love.
What are
too.
you guys doing? Fighting Dagrons.
And they do a lot of other covers that are pretty nice.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
They-
just
they do.
delightful. They're
They're-
just
they're real
absolutely
good.
delightful.
I saw them when they were on tour with the Proto Man like 3 or 4 years, more than a while ago. They were.
This is when you were living in Cali?
No, Michigan.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, that was a while
that
ago,
was
yeah.
probably 3, 4, 5 years ago. It was a
Yeah.
while ago.
Damn. Okay. So those are two groups that are on the list. Don't know if they're coming. Don't know if they're not coming. But I'll tell you what, we're excited.
Make no promises about
We're
any
excited
of
that they've been offered a position, a slot, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting. These are all good things.
You know what's cool, though?
What's that?
Nope.
There's probably somewhere we could go to get lots more exclusives this weekend.
Oh, do tell.
Yeah, I mean, if
Well,
you're...
before you spill the beans on that, let me just reiterate: if you haven't bought tickets for MAGFest and you're listening to this show,
You're stupid.
there's a really good chance that you might have to get tested because you might be on a spectrum. Not going to say which one because that's none of my concern. But you need to go ahead and get yourself some tickets to MAGFest. It's February 18th through 21st. Magfest.org is the website.
Isn't that usually the sort of stuff I say?
That's normally the stuff you say, but I'm
What are you
stealing
doing?
your thunder. You're supposed to be Mike TV this time. I'm Huey. Ryan's Orvie. Orvie's Ryan.
I'm
so
lost.
confused.
If you don't remember that, you're done. You might be on a spectrum yourself.
How could I forget?
Dude,
I'm
everyone who
pretty much
goes
the
to
best at
MAGFest
everything.
is on a spectrum.
Magfest.org for tickets. Again, it's in National Harbor, February 18th through 21st in National Harbor, Maryland, 2016. It's going to be awesome. Everybody come out and have fun.
If I wanted to learn more about how MAGFest is run,
My God.
and maybe even volunteer
Really?
Where-
for said festival,
Wait,
where might I go?
Is there... I believe there's an event for that.
What would that be
some
called?
sort of like convention for MAGFest.
Wait,
It's
wait.
a convention.
Convention's usually a word that MAGFest shies from.
No,
Well,
but this is a
listen up, Huey.
convention
Wait a minute.
to plan a festival.
Oh my goodness!
And that's called MagCon.
It's a convention, not a festival.
It's a convention, not a festival.
It's a convention, not a festival.
All right, no, Brian missed it. But yeah,
It is this weekend, December 4th and 5th at the Gaylord. It's going to be 2 days. It's going to be a couple panels. Going to do some tours to walk around, make sure everybody has the lay of the land on what's going on. A lot of the departments are going to be giving updates. I know me and Ryan are heading down. Ryan for music, myself for charity. I haven't asked Huey yet. I'm hoping that Huey goes, and I hope Ashley goes as well. She just slapped her legs and gave me the stare from hell. And
I don't know why she'd want to go.
Yeah, actually, are you confused?
Because that's where she learns about how to run an event like MagFest.
But yeah, there's a lot of
Finger
there's a lot of
guns.
cool workshops and stuff. They're trying to like the last few years, MagCon's just kind of been an event to like hang out and do a couple meetings. But now there's been a big push to make a lot more workshops and stuff happen. So,
Right.
like, if you actually want to get involved, like, it's a good place to go.
It is, and it's a good place to get trained up and to meet the people from the other departments that you're going to need to interface with. And a good place to kind of figure out who you need to talk to get equipment and
get some more
personnel and
exclusives.
stops. And
I mean, if you want to hang out at a party where you're going to get some MAGFest exclusives,
that's the spot.
Saturday night at
Exclusives all over the place.
MAGCon.
And
Although if it's more work, less party, I don't know if I want to go anymore. That sounds pretty lame.
I mean, last year, Angel, Ryan, and myself discovered something at MAGCon that I don't think can ever be unlearned.
And what is
that is that the sports bar at the Gaylord will gladly do to-go beers.
Ooh.
To-go draft beers.
Oh, I heard about this.
And we got to-go beers and took
TGDBs,
them.
yo.
We were two-fisting at the meeting, and Dom was like, "You can't have that because the hotel doesn't allow outside beer." And we were like, "We bought it in the hotel," and he's like,
It's not outside
"Damn,
beer. It's inside.
It's totally
beer.
inside beer." So we were legal. We were legit.
Take that, Dom.
Idiot.
Talk about that in your next fireside chat.
Yeah. Also, if you haven't checked out those, it's sometime during the month.
Yeah, he does one
If
a
you
month.
haven't
He
checked
posts
out
about
those,
it.
they're a thing that happens at some point, and
If you're
they
on the
are
MAGFest
something.
mailing list, which you should be, he does send out a newsletter about those.
That announces when they're going to be.
Yep.
Yeah. And basically what that is Dom does a live thing over, I think it's YouTube and Twitch. I think he does both. And he reads off of our Slack channel, our IRC. He responds to emails, stuff like that.
Just talks about
Live on the
what's
air.
going on in MAG.
Yeah, gives you kind of an update. I did watch the last one for a little while. I saw that our attendance so far, our growth in attendance is massive, and it's going to be pretty crazy. So they were shooting for right around 20,000 people, and I think we're going to hit that mark, if not go a little over. So this year's going to be bigger and better than ever, as every MAGFest always is to its prior. So it's going to be good times.
I think is that it for MAG news?
I think that is it for MAGFest news at this point. We got a couple exclusives in. That was good. That felt good. That felt good.
Somebody's gonna kill me for that, but
That's
whatever.
okay.
No one even
What are
cares.
they gonna do? Fire me?
Ha!
No.
They can't.
I'm not dumb.
You can't get fired for MAGFest. You can only get promoted to attendee.
That's true.
Is essentially how that
Yeah.
works.
Yeah, man.
One day we can all hope to achieve that.
Right. You know.
It's the dream.
So let's talk about games that we've been playing over the last couple weeks.
Games.
I-
It's been quite a couple weeks for games.
It has.
It certainly has.
It certainly has. I'll go first. I never go first with games. I always let everybody else go first. Obviously I played a bunch of Fallout 4. Not as much as I'd hoped to.
What happened? Why did you stop playing Fallout 4?
That's because some people online who I won't mention the name of, one specific person, kind of ruined the experience. Took all of the fun out of games. All of the fun.
What happened? Tell us about it. This seems
Tell
like an
us a
important
tale.
story. Something amazing must have happened to
No.
sway you
Paint
from
us
that
a
game.
word.
It was
picture.
quite literally nothing amazing. It was just several posts in a Facebook group that sucked the fun entirely out of the game. And I literally took like a week off of the game. And I picked it up
man.
again this weekend after talking to Huey and Professor Shy Guy.
Who?
Huey's new roommate.
Oh,
Newest roommate.
Brant.
Brant. So I played a little bit of that. What I did do was on Wednesday, I bought the latest Humble Bundle from Codemasters, and I got a bunch of racing games, and I've put a lot of time into Dirt 3, which is a really good rally racing game if anybody's into that kind of thing like I am. Played a bunch of
Nope.
Dirt. Right. Not a lot of people are into racing games. That's fine. I played a bunch of Overwatch with Orvie. I played a bunch of Here's the Storm with Ashley's brother. And yeah, that's pretty much
There's
it.
more than one of you.
Did you guys talk about Fallout last episode?
We did a little bit. Huey, it's hard to talk about the story, A, without like super spoilers, but B, Huey decided
Because
that
everyone plays Fallout for the story.
right. Well, Huey decided that the story was meaningless, and he was just going to become a professional architect.
This is untrue. But I'm
Well,
sure
well,
that it's
where
true.
are you at now, Huey?
I'm looking for there's a group called the Railroad, and
Uh-huh.
I am currently in search of the Railroad so that I can get into the Institute, which is sort of like people view the Institute like the boogeyman of the wasteland.
So they're just a kind of shadow organization.
Sort of seems like
they
that.
make people disappear in the
They
night.
make people disappear and they replace them with synth.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, it's very kind of weird.
It seems very Blade Runner in Fallout 4.
It does. Doesn't it? Yeah, Adam loves Blade Runner. So
A, I haven't seen Blade Runner.
My God.
And B, I am way further in the main storyline than Huey is, but Huey has collected probably 50 to 60 times more than I have.
I mean, when I finished the Fallout 3 storyline, I didn't care. And Fallout Vegas, we never finished our playthrough of, and that's the only time I played that game, so I don't know what happens in that game either.
So, what I know of the main story...
How are you playing your characters? That's what I want to hear.
I'm playing as currently, and I'm at a point in the main story to where I'm actually paying attention to my saves and I'm writing a log down so I can go back and get the alternate endings. I'm at a position to where
That seems like homework.
It is, and this is one of the reasons that I accidentally took the fun out of the game myself. I'm currently neutral with every faction in the game.
Okay.
Every faction in the game thinks I'm a pretty okay person. So I've been playing a
pretty cool guy.
I've been playing as a very helping guy. I've been playing as if they need some help, I go do it. So I've gotten to like
hero of the people, basically.
That's exactly what it is. I am a hero of the people. So it's basically I've gotten to the end portion before you have to start turning on the other factions in all of the factions.
Okay.
So,
you're missing the most important part, though. Where's your points? What weapons are you using? Like what?
Oh,
who's your companions, man? Like
I went
let's get the meat of it.
I'm lone wanderer.
All right.
I just me and the dog.
I feel like a lot of people are just feeling like the companions are burdens.
A little bit, yeah. Now the dog is kind of an idiot. The dog kind of gets you in trouble sometimes.
I've seen some amazing gifts.
Yeah.
There has been 2 scenarios. Ashley saw one last night. Actually, I was playing, and the dog wandered too far into enemy territory, and triggered not 1, not 2, but 3 enemies with the Fat Man, which is the nuclear bomb launcher, and they all shot at me at once. And needless to say, I did not get away from that and exploded immediately.
That sounds like a good time.
That happened 3 times, and I ended up learning my lesson and quick saving every 17 footsteps to try to alleviate having to go back and redo everything over and over and over again. That was a nightmare. But yeah, the next mission that I'm on is essentially do this thing for Group A, and you can either turn on Group A or you can warn Group B or Group C about Group A. So it's
fucking Group A.
I
hate Group A in the game. They're so indecisive.
What about you, Huey?
Well, how do I play?
Yeah,
I'm like a hoarder. I'm like a wasteland hoarder, obviously.
Sure. I mean, that's how most people play. I feel like it's very.
I've specifically gone out of my way to buy perks to make myself a better hoarder. I got the strong back perk.
I very much have stopped playing RPGs that way. Like I've gone out of my way to just use all the shit all the time. Like in JRPGs, I'll just spam the elixirs and whatever bullshit. Because you always save it for when you need them, and you never need them, so just use them. Have fun.
Maybe that's the key to being good at games. He's better than everyone at video games.
It's hard to judge single player. I mean,
spam everything. I've learned a lesson.
Fallout's one of those games that everyone is really excited
about.
You don't need
87 frying pans, but you're gonna take them.
Yeah, dude, the thing is, the amount of building and
can't you highlight the types of things you need though?
You can
now?
if you
just
want.
Don't have.
I just take everything.
All right.
Toasters, vacuum cleaners, fire extinguishers. I've got fire extinguishers by the ton. Yeah, and I don't know what they're for.
Dude,
I just take them.
Tell them a couple weeks ago you ditched all of your character's gear and only picked up your junk.
Yeah.
Tell them how much that weighed.
I should do it again. It was something like 9,000 pounds.
Holy crap.
Did it kill your character?
No, it should have, though.
It should just crush your character if you try to pick up.
It was absurd. I mean, right now it's got to be insane because now with 4 ranks in strong back, it gives you additional 50 pounds of weight that you can carry. It lets you walk at normal speed using action points,
right?
And then you can fast travel while over encumbered. So I just load up I clean out whole vaults.
I mean, they know
I'm
their
carrying
audience.
like 1,000 pounds of shit.
And then
I
you just
walk
hit the
outside,
fast
I
travel
fast travel, I drop all the junk, I put all the guns and shit in my drawers, and then I head back out and do the same thing to the next location. I'm like
So what's your end game here?
I'm like the aliens in Independence Day. I go somewhere, I kill everything, and then I steal all its resources, and I move on.
Yeah, I'm with Orvie. What's your end game?
I don't have an end game. I do it compulsively.
Dude, are you a klepto?
Maybe.
Ryan, is there shit missing from your house when we're done recording?
I haven't played. I'm going to pay much closer attention.
Yeah. It's insane. God,
That
it's-
pillow is toast. when he's
Although I don't think you can fast travel IRL with too much stuff. So
that's what a car is.
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
true. Crap.
I think actually.
All my shit has pockets. It's absurd. So,
I did pocket all my gear after talking to you about that.
yeah.
So
Because that's how you play the game. There's not enough things you can carry. So you need to carry
Well,
more
I
things.
missed. What else did you talk about last week? I missed
did you
that.
take
I'm
Lone
trying to-
Wanderer to get that carry buff?
Was there any legacy happening?
There's a carry
Ryan?
buff
we
with that
talked a
too.
bit about
Well, I
legacies.
Did some legacies.
The,
All right.
I use the companions because I'm trying to get all their perks.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Ooh.
Because you only have to do it once. Once you unlock their perk, you have it permanently.
I heard about that.
Yeah. And right now there's something broken on the PS4 version where if you get McCready's perk, which is supposed to give you a 15 or 20% increase on headshots,
Yeah.
no matter where you are, if you can target them, it gives you a 95% chance. You can get a 90.
High noon.
You can get like headshots using a pistol from 90, like 1,000 feet away, constantly. You just massacre people with that perk.
Oh man, that's gonna get patched
Yeah.
soon.
So soon.
Yeah.
McCready, it's kind of a cool character.
Why would that get patched?
Because that's not what's supposed to happen.
That's hella broken.
It's supposed to just give you a 20%
Yeah,
boost.
but it's a single player game. It's all broken. The whole point of those games is just to become OP as hell.
He speaks truth.
That's not wrong. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, I guess if it's heinously, I don't know. I mean, I feel like if people have fun
Well, when
with
the
it,
modding
like, who
community
cares?
opens up for the
Well, that's the thing,
consoles,
too. Yeah,
that
they're
game's
just
going to
gonna-
hell in a
Yeah.
handbag.
Oh my god. You know, it's going to be nuts.
How many fusion
So-
cores do you have?
Over 40, and
Okay.
I didn't dupe any of them.
I didn't dupe any either, and I have 27. I thought I had a lot. Apparently, I don't.
Poured more.
See, I think you have a lot. Huey just has a lot.
Yeah.
Like a super lot of fusion cores.
super pack
So,
rat.
has anyone fallen victim to the most recent Steam sale, the Exploration sale?
No,
It
what is this?
existed.
Go on more and tell me.
Oh, really? I figured you'd be all over that. All of yous.
Oh, just like the
Yeah, it
just
started
the
on
sale in
Friday.
general.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I bought one game.
What'd you get?
I bought because I've been looking at it for a while, and I never just actually spent $5 on it, so I got it for $3. Her Story.
Which
Oh,
one?
Her
nice.
Story.
I don't know that one.
It's
I've heard really good
essentially
things about
you are watching interrogation videos of a woman who is being held on trial, and I'm not sure even for what. I think it's murder, and I think it's like murder of her husband or her boyfriend, something like that. But you're watching a bunch of different interrogation videos of her like telling you what happens, and it's over a long span of time.
Oh,
And
wait,
you-
is that the one where you have to make a bunch of decisions?
And you can like live search through the videos to see when she says what about what and see where
Oh,
her
no,
story's
no, I'm
all
thinking
mixed up.
Come Out.
And then I'm assuming that in the end you have to come up with a judgment of what you think happened and what. There's
Oh,
probably a bunch of
interesting.
steps, but it was a really cool game. I like games like that are like you're kind of like in a way messing with reality.
I'll have to ask James the one he got. He got one for a few bucks, and it puts you in all these like really stressed situations, and you like have to make like all of your decisions are bad. Like you're in an interrogation room, like
Is
with
that
your
Papers,
buddy.
Please?
No. That's that one's specifically about immigration.
Okay.
But no, this one's like one scenario. He was in a room with his buddy getting interrogated, and he had to survive for 20 days. And if he told the guys what they wanted to know, they'd kill him. But then, like, he had like his only options were like to provoke, to lie, to tell the truth. So like all these situations are bad, and he's like trying to figure out a way to get through it without him and his buddy dying. And then there was another one where it was like scientists in a research lab were like way underground, and then there's a collapse, and he has to like keep digging, and then like some like viruses of course get out, and like he has to try solutions to the viruses while also trying to dig out. I don't know, it looked really cool.
The thing that drew me to Her Story is the videos aren't like computer generated.
Sure.
It's an actress.
Oh, really?
with
That's
it's
cool.
live action.
Yeah. That's I didn't hear what you said at first. It is. It's live action, and it's like an interrogation room kind of shitty grainy camera.
Okay.
I like that.
And,
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really wild. We'll watch the preview video for it before we leave. But definitely check it out. I mean, if I don't know when the Steam sale ends,
I think it's going through the week.
if it's going through the week, definitely check it out. Her story,
Because like
it's
it was Black Friday and then
$3.
Cyber Mondays, so
Right.
I'm sure they're just. I mean, it's Steam, so they're gonna,
Right.
But it's something absurd, like 8,000 things are on sale.
Oh,
It's-
holy
yeah.
shit.
Oh, did you did get Mad Max? Because Mad Max is 50% off.
Oh shit! I'm gonna get Mad Max then. I really want to get. Is Kentucky Route Zero by any chance?
I have no idea. I
I
don't
really
know
want
what
that game. That game
He
is
said
like
8,000
up-
titles.
yeah.
I picked up Endless Legend, which is a Civ style game,
Oh, nice.
and
I've heard good
it's,
things about it.
I think
yeah, it's pretty
I
cool.
saw
I've
the
been
little
enjoying a lot.
placard for that, but I didn't click
It's
on
like
it.
$10 for the game now, and like you can get all the expansions for like $20. So I just got everything because I think that's the first thing I've spent any of my TF2 money on.
Oh, right, since
So,
the great
I've
sale.
been very selective with it. Yeah,
yeah.
But yeah, it's
We'll
pretty
spend
cool.
$3 and get her story.
Oh, maybe
It's a pretty cool
maybe.
game. And then anyway, yeah. So that's I did fall victim to the Steam sale to answer your
Right.
question.
Yeah. No, I bought the one thing, and I think that's enough because I've got that, and then I have one other thing. Oh, I still haven't played Stick of Truth. I got Stick of Truth when that was
Oh,
on
man.
sale.
I gotta give you that back.
And
Huey. I still have it. It's in pristine
Oh,
condition.
you have my okay.
I do have your copy.
but yeah,
That game
I've
is
got to play.
fantastic.
Oh yeah, no, I intend to play it. I just didn't get around to it, and then I got excited about Endless Legend, and that takes an entire day to do one game, like
Right.
Civ games do. So
I didn't play South Park Stick of Truth for a really long time, and then it was at Huey's house, and I heard a bunch of people talking about it, and I was like, "Hey man, can I borrow that?" And he's like, "Sure." And then I sat down and instantly hooked. I played that game for like 8 hours straight, 2 nights in a
was
row,
so
and I
good.
beat
Nice.
it. It was really really.
It's a
good.
lot of fun. They did a really good job.
They did.
It's fun. It's just like this. It's like easy fun. It's just a.
What about you, Ryan? What have you been playing?
Oh man, what have I been playing? A little bit more Legacy of the Void, and just kind of finishing up, cleaning up the campaign there.
you play any of the co-ops or anything yet?
I've played one co-op mission so far. I haven't had anybody else to play it with, but we should check it
Yeah.
out sometime. Playing a
There
little
weren't
bit
that
of
many
Overwatch.
missions, unfortunately.
Yeah,
it
I think
seemed
there's like 7 or 8.
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
think the idea is that with the different commanders, like you level them up, and
Right.
you're supposed to. You're
I
supposed
also
to
I
get
guarantee
don't
you
know.
they're
I'll
going to
hope-
patch
I'll hope
in
they'll-
more.
Oh yeah, definitely. I
Release
mean,
some
they've already
more.
talked about like they're since they're not doing more expansions, obviously, because this is the third expansion.
Right.
They're going to be doing like single player
Mission
packs
packs, yeah.
coming
Oh,
out.
that's
The
cool.
next-
And we've got at least like 10 to 15 years before StarCraft 3.
Probably. yeah. So I know the first one's supposed to be like all about Nova, I think. The first
Oh,
expansion
yeah, I did
pack
read about
they
that. Yeah,
announced
yeah,
at BlizzCon is all it's like Nova
I don't
covert
care
ops or
about
something.
Nova.
Nova and
Nova.
Heroes of the Storm is the
Come on,
worst.
bro. We didn't
Is
get
the
that Nova
worst.
game we were promised.
Ugh. I don't
Oh
like
man,
Nova.
Ghost. It's sad. Yeah, I've been playing a little bit of Overwatch.
Oh, man, Overwatch.
Overwatch is good.
It's real good.
Not really much else exciting recently. It's same old, same old. I've been playing too many games actually recently. I did kickstart a new game the other day, which is kind of
Oh, yeah?
exciting.
Do tell.
So it's actually like a card game. In the vein
Like
it's
a
another-
physical card game or a digital card game?
physical card game.
Okay.
In the vein of like the Werewolf 2-Room style, like the Secret Identity stuff. It's called Secret Hitler.
Oh man.
I
don't
saw
know
a
if you
review
saw
about
that.
this earlier,
Yeah.
but I didn't read it because I was at work.
It's by the guy who did, or one of the designers on it was the guy who did Cards Against Humanity, Max
Sure,
Temkin.
of course.
That sounds right up their
and
alley.
so I guess the idea is essentially that you get hidden roles, and essentially you're either a liberal, a fascist, or Secret Hitler.
That's amazing.
It
and
sounds
then-
like a
Why do
good
I
time.
just feel like Orvie would always be Secret Hitler?
Because that's how this
Just like
works.
you guys
He's always the
assumed I'm
werewolf.
always the demon or I'm always the werewolf.
That's because you typically are.
So I guess the idea is that you have essentially this deck, a policy deck in the middle of the table that's either got liberal or fascist policies in it. And what happens is, I don't know the exact methodology, but essentially you pick, or a president gets picked, and the president nominates a chancellor. And then the table gets to vote on whether or not that passes. If it does, the president draws 3 cards off of the top of the deck and discards 1 face down, hands the 2 to the chancellor, they discard 1, and then the third policy goes into effect. And then essentially the goal is that if you are the liberals, you either want to like somehow oust Hitler or pass, I think, 4 liberal policies, and then you win. For the fascists, they want to either make Hitler the chancellor, get him elected chancellor, or pass, I think it's 5 or 6 fascist policies. But as the fascist policies, as they go in, the government gets more power and stuff. It's pretty clever. From like the reviews I've read said it was pretty cool.
Nice.
So I'm excited to check. I kickstarted it like 2 or 3 days ago. So
And exciting to see that the Cards Against Humanity folks have some more chops.
yes,
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, this one, like Cards Against Humanity, was a formula. I think that game thrives on its humor,
Sure.
less on its gameplay. I mean,
Oh,
the
entirely,
apples to
yeah.
apples gameplay is pretty simple, and proven though it works.
Sure.
But this seems like their first stab that I've seen at like game design, and it seems really neat. I'm excited to check it out. They have a print and play version. I've been tempted to print and play.
I think we should
Oh.
do that.
Um,
Oh,
maybe
dude,
that's-
fully
bring it to
agree.
MagCon.
yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
We could do that.
Did you see
Oh,
the
man, I'm
article
taking
about?
2 rooms and a boon to MagCon too. That'd be great.
HitlerCon, guys.
Did Jesus?
There it is.
Super
There it is,
racist.
right from Huey.
With-
I love
sorry.
that that's
the
racist
other
so
thing that
much
I love
is
about
just
this though is that
Anti-everyone.
it's
Well,
it's
that's true.
it's very stylized such that like all of the fascists and Hitler are essentially like lizard frog people.
Okay.
It's just like it's not humans, so it's frog Hitler pretty
God,
much.
Froggy
but
Hitler.
I
Okay.
thought that was
I was concerned.
yeah, man.
I was too.
It was close. But yeah, that game looks pretty neat. So check it out. I think the Kickstarter just started fairly recently, so check it out.
Did you see the article about the Cards Against Humanity guys always do their Black Friday unsale,
Oh, that's
where they take their entire store offline and they say just give us $5, and then a lot of people do.
Mm-hmm.
They raised over $40,000 this year
Wow.
Just-
I forgot about that. I wanted to do that.
by the
Oh,
the Black Friday unsale. It's like we're not
pretty
going to
nice.
give you anything. Here's a button, click it, and we get $5 from you. And apparently, a lot of people clicked it.
Subversion at its finest.
Oh God, it's like digital Bob Rose.
Jeez, that is shockingly accurate. But yeah, so okay, you haven't been playing. You've been. Well, I mean, you've been busy with other stuff,
Yeah, I've done a bunch of other stuff, but yeah, I think that's about it.
brewing beers.
Yeah,
That's
Brew
what we've
beer.
been doing.
playing some music,
Oh, yeah.
Oh
eating some
yeah.
food. It's our
Ooh.
post-Thanksgiving episode. There was lots of food.
Oh,
Consumed.
There
too
was
much
much
food.
food.
I wasn't hungry from Thursday afternoon until yesterday night. Like there wasn't a time where I was hungry. I was only eating because it was mealtime.
It's the American way.
How'd that feel?
Yesterday night, I felt horrible. Like I like sat down and I thought about it. I was like, I haven't actually been hungry in like 4 days. This is heinous. Like this is really, really bad.
After Moose Giving, I'm gonna tell you guys, I woke up and I felt like I had been beaten up underwater.
Beaten up
how did that-
underwater.
How did that giant pot of how many potatoes are still left?
That's classified.
Dude, you made 20 pounds of potatoes. Am I correct?
So everyone could have potatoes,
It-
and then I could have more potatoes.
Ashley asked him why off mic. Am I correct, though? 20 pounds?
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly.
You
50
told
pounds.
me that night you could eat 10 pounds of potatoes.
I did not because I didn't want to get sick, but I could have.
Yeah, okay, so you said you could,
I
but
could.
you didn't.
Yeah, 10 pounds. Come on.
How,
I saw Huey's initial plate, and there had to be a solid.
I'm going to give him 2
5
on the
pounds of food.
Nah. Oh, okay, of
a
food.
food of two
2
potatoes.
pounds of potatoes for sure.
If you
But that,
Look.
that plate was literally 5 inches deep with
look,
food.
guys,
That's not
if
false.
our fans want me to eat 10 pounds of mashed potatoes, all they have to do is email us at podcast@magfest.org.
We'll film it. I will have Bob Rose film it and
Oh man, that would be a
I'll
great Bob
I'll
Rose
make
video.
High
straight 10
definition.
pounds of potatoes, and I will eat all 10 pounds. I might vomit halfway through, but I will do
Oh
it.
my god, I don't want this. Why are we
I
encouraging
want
this?
/ really
No.
don't want that to
I mean,
happen.
I really like mashed potatoes, so I'll do it.
Who
Wait,
doesn't?
Hold on.
I
Do you know
really
how long?
like
No, he
mashed
might be
potatoes.
able to do it because the prep process alone would take hours. So he would have digestion time.
Well, no, I feel like we need to get him like one of those giant baking pans so we can make it all at once.
Oh my god.
You just revolutionized his
No,
whole
yeah,
life.
Plus, he wants to just flatten it all out and Huey it up anyways with his
Exactly.
Huey it
potato
up?
process.
What
I'm
is
saying.
this?
The Huey preparation process, trademarked by the way.
Yeah, I know. I filed it.
We're gonna need to get like an assembly line going to just flatten out all
You
these
guys
potatoes
won't do
and
it right.
them. Okay, fine.
As a matter of fact, if you'd like to see Huey,
I
or
should start
I'm saying, I'm
recording.
sorry, if you
Next
would
time
like,
we go to Five Guys, we're gonna make a.
You're
YouTube
gonna record
video.
the
Yeah.
construction process.
here it is. If you'd like to have a meal with Huey to where you can watch him prepare his mashed potatoes in the Huey Hessen mashed potato process,
I'll give him
you
three
can
options.
send here an email to
Cast at
podcast@magfest.org, and we will give you the VIP Huey potato experience.
You know, I'd give him an option because there's three different foods that everybody gets confused about, and that's potatoes.
And the second one I know is scrambled eggs, yeah.
And then evidently Five Guys Famous Burgers and Fries burgers. Although that's not nearly as entertaining
How
for everybody.
How is that a thing? Because
Oh,
they
have
come
you never seen
pre-prepared.
that? No,
I've
no,
never.
no, no.
Well, I'm too busy devouring my own food.
Are you
I've had
familiar-
Five Guys with you like 10 times.
I know.
haven't
Are you
witnessed
familiar
this?
with the proper
That's like
Bagler
50
burger
guys.
technique?
The Bagler burger technique?
Oh, we'll
Just
we'll
get
have
outta
to-
here.
I can't
Well, hold on.
describe it.
So no, we're gonna get into this. This is good show material. First off, do you guys know the official? There was an official rule set sent out by Burger King about the what are called Bagler fries,
Yes.
Yeah.
where they fall into the bottom of the bag.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you guys know who gets those?
No.
There's a rule about this.
I'm assuming.
I remember that it was
No.
written on the bag
It
for
is,
a while.
and I carried that shit in my wallet for like 15 years.
Oh, so
That's
that means that
amazing.
it's whoever gets it must be somehow always Adam.
Must be taller.
No. It was nothing like weird like that, but it was almost always me, because it's the person who is in charge of carrying the food
Aha.
to the place that you eat. And everybody always, or at the time when I was younger, I was always the guy that had to carry the food.
Had to. He wasn't like, I'll carry the food.
Well,
Guys.
after
I'm carrying around. Did you guys see the new Transformer movie where the guy like has the fucking like weird law about dating underage girls in his pocket that he keeps?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No, that's like what
Can
Adam
we
does.
not?
He's like,
Can we not compare
he's like-
French fries to pedophilia? Can we just not do that?
It wasn't necessarily
pedophilia.
pedophilia. I mean, it was just he did say underage girls, and that does
Yeah,
send the
that,
wrong material.
That got a little dark.
why you got to go instantly to pedophilia?
Because-
this is America. Jared Fogle touches children.
God
Blamed
damn it.
that shit on
On-
losing weight from Subway subs.
Hypersexuality from losing weight on Subway subs. Man,
That veggie delight made him a
I am
sexual
never eating a
demon.
Subway again. It'll
Anyways,
turn you into a pedophile.
Moving on.
Guys, come on! Can't we just talk about pedophiles like adults?
Anyways, the point I
Jesus.
was trying to make is that Adam Chase is engineering situations where he gets to eat all the Bagler fries while saying that he's forced to carry the bags, where I'm sure he was volunteering.
love
Oh,
how-
after I got that slip of paper,
Yeah.
of course I was
I
volunteering.
love
but
how
before
that
that,
spiraled into pedophilia. It's like nothing to do.
this is
wrong
Tangential
with
conversations are a thing
anyway.
that happen on podcasts
Let's
with
talk
four
about
hosts.
Huey and Five Guys. Let's talk about Huey and Five
Okay,
Guys
so-
burgers and fries.
I
You know
can't.
what,
I can't self-describe. Somebody else has to.
Well,
It's too majestic to describe.
No,
like,
we're
you
not
have to
doing that.
experience it.
That's not a thing. I need
this
I
has
need words.
nothing to do with music
It's arch-
and or video
I make the
games.
burger architecturally sound, utilizing French fries in a cross-thatch Lincoln log situation that
and he
has
seals it.
seals the deal.
So they're woven.
yeah, well, sort
Not,
of.
not
They're
woven, they are
You ever-
Lincoln logs.
Have you ever
Lincoln
Lincoln
log.
Oh,
logs?
okay,
Log-
yeah.
log-
Like,
log-
Utilizing
action.
various condiments as mortar.
okay.
And that seals the deal. Then when you crush it, it doesn't go everywhere.
Does this always turn out better than your horrendous experience at Elevation Burger?
They didn't do it right. That was not my problem. If they
did
had
not.
done it right,
They did not do it right.
they did not. They didn't understand. I could not possibly convey that I wanted a burger where the buns were grilled cheeses.
And
They just were like, "Wait, you want a grilled cheese in a burger? No, I want a. God damn it, just give me a burger and I'll
no,
make it."
There was 15 minutes of conversation, and they still were not understanding.
They just brought. I don't remember what
They're
they
an
brought me.
American, as far as I can tell.
Yeah.
You
'Cause
just
any
got to go
American
layer
will
by layer
understand.
for next time. You got to be like, all right, here's what I want: bread, melted cheese, bread, meat, bread.
This is what I
melted
did.
Cheese, bread.
It boiled down to me explaining all of the things, how to make them. I went back into the kitchen. I flipped a few of them. I showed them what the fuck was going on, and they're just like scratching their heads. It was terrible.
You can't order off menu, Huey.
You can't. I tried to be
The
a
only
rebel.
place you can successfully order off menu that I know of is In-N-Out Burger.
Yeah, but that's
Also,
an off menu menu.
Chipotle-
That's-
It's got
It's
some
exactly
of
what that is.
You know,
yeah.
honestly, I love the there was an Onion article about ways to get like the secret menu items, and it's just ordering regular menu items balled up.
right.
Oh my god,
They'll know what you're talking about.
What the hell were we talking about? I
dude,
don't
the
know.
onion. You
Oh
talking
yeah,
about the
things that I
onion.
eat and people want to see it.
Oh yeah.
What about onions?
No, you were talking about the onion. They had a really funny article.
Oh man,
that said-
another VIP experience would be a night to shrimp night.
oh yeah.
As long
They
as
get
we
to
get
meet. They get to meet the dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As long as we get him as our waiter.
I forget what his name is. Is
I
it
don't
Jeremy?
Do we know his
I don't
name?
know.
I don't know.
I don't know if
he's
I ever
just
caught
shrimp,
his
dude.
name.
He's like the waitress.
He's shrimp guy.
from
yeah.
Yeah.
from It's Always Sunny. We don't know his name. We just ruin his life.
Man.
I don't know if ruined is the right word.
Oh,
but
we ruined it.
Enhanced.
That's true.
We
do
definitely
enhance.
enhanced his night.
That was hilarious. Yeah,
But
so
anyway.
look at just email us at podcast@magfest.org.
The Onion had a really good article that spun off a conversation today that was hilarious on Facebook. At least I thought it was. It was because there was a whole big thing about Twisted Sister allowing Donald Trump to use the song.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
not
yeah.
going to take it.
Yeah.
And it was like Twisted Sister drummer now saying that they will take it.
Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty funny.
There was a thread of old 80s bands like in that same mentality. God damn it. That
Mike
shit was
Stettis
really
has to
funny.
have participated in that, didn't he?
Oh, for
Oh, yeah,
hours.
that whole crew.
For
Yeah,
hours.
yeah.
It was that whole crew.
It was me, Bob, Mike,
Yeah,
Dave K got into it a little bit.
no doubt.
Whose wall was this on? I want to see it.
I'm pretty sure that was on Bob's
No doubt
wall.
it's not one
Okay,
of those bands.
I'm gonna have to look at this. That sounds
Could be.
fantastic.
But yeah, that was pretty good. Anyway,
We had a mobile game, didn't we?
we had a mobile game
Oh,
challenge.
we
Did
doing
we
that
just
now?
pass over from last week?
We do have a mobile game challenge. We played Kung Fury.
We sure did. I mean, we played it 2 weeks ago. I didn't know we were still going.
Well, you weren't here, so we knew that nobody was gonna win. So
Are you kidding? Everyone's been beating me. I'm the worst.
That is false. Anyway,
right, Scarmander.
Ryan, what is your high score?
I'm looking it up, but I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood of like 6,000.
That
doesn't sound like you even tried.
that's like you pushed the button 4 times and we're like, oh, there's a game, and then you turned it off.
I played like 3 or 4 times. I'm really bad at this game.
And what was your score?
I'm looking it up. It's loading.
It
Huey,
loads,
do you
it
have
loads
yours
faster if
available?
you load an
I
airplane
do
mode.
have my score
Too late.
available.
What is yours, sir?
43,380.
43,000 is a respectable score.
7260.
Not to Orby.
That
Orby
you
kept
didn't
berating
even
me.
try.
Yeah.
You didn't even try. He didn't
I
try.
tried.
Oh wait, no,
I
72,600, not 72,000.
No,
Yeah.
7,260.
Okay, no, I just had that moment. So remember Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, where the teacher's like 200, and he
Yeah.
just said 2. That's the moment I just had with Ryan right now. I was like, oh, 72,000. All right, wait, 7,000. Come on, I'm disappointed in you, Mr.
I'm
Meyer.
sorry.
So 72,000. You had
43,380. I beat Mike TV. I know that for sure.
Well, Mike TV doesn't count.
Yeah, I know.
He doesn't even try at these.
He doesn't try at anything except for, I guess, child rearing.
I guess.
And cleaning houses for security deposits.
We hope he's excelling at that.
If not, that'd be a very sad day. I was able to achieve 138,830.
You beat Hacker Man.
I did.
Hacker Man. Oh yeah, there were like default arcade like lineups on the top scoreboard. Didn't we have a couple call-in scores as well?
We had one, and I'm bringing that up now. It was from our old pal Jeremy,
Oh man, I heard I had an email from him last episode too that I didn't get to.
and I will reread that if you'd like me
okay.
to.
We'll get to that with
Loading.
listening
His score was 94,450.
then. and I'm assuming he actually followed the rules this time because it was a nice simple game. There weren't any things he could mess up.
I mean, that's,
Harsh.
I'm just saying.
you are
I
saying.
thought it wasn't just him; it was all of you with your super coolers.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, and you still decimated. And then he turned in, you'll find out in that email,
Okay.
a cooler
All right.
list.
Okay, well, my personal best is 251,050 points.
That just makes me sad.
I didn't want to keep playing because there weren't any more scores to beat on the scoreboard.
Honestly, I'm going to be
I
honest real
get
quick.
competitive, and then that's the problem. Like, if you guys don't give me scores to beat, then I lose interest in the game. And once I beat Kung Fury himself in Kung Fury, then I stopped trying to get a higher score.
I'm going to be 100% honest. When I saw the Kung Fury score and originally, I
Uh-huh.
thought that was a joke score. I swear to God. I was like, man, there's no way anybody's beating that. And then you sent me a picture of you beating that, and I was like, my God, Orvie beat a joke score.
It's not a joke. I'm sure there's people with millions of points in this game.
All right.
Yeah,
so
you.
I know. I have 250,000. That's not even one whole million.
Orvie's the goddamn winner. Okay, that's what it is.
By more than double, right?
By more than double. That's
No,
true.
131. That's just under double.
138.
Yeah.
Don't cheapen my score, please.
That's double would be almost 280.
I'm sorry,
I only
Orby.
have 250.
I'm sorry.
Come on.
That's all. So Jeremy wrote in last week, and this is the email that you missed. It says, "Greetings,
okay.
gents. Not going to lie here, I worked pretty hard on the Monster Dash without my precious supercoolant, and the best I had managed was 44. When I think Orvie got, 45? Then suddenly on one run the stars aligned and this shit happened. I'm convinced it was a total fluke, but I'm a little proud of it regardless." And he sends me a score, 84.
84 Slimers.
Yeah.
God,
How many Slimers are there? How many Ghostbusters episodes of the original cartoon series? If he took a Slimer from every episode,
There's over 100. So
so he wouldn't have taken
Yeah.
out. Well, that's still way too many Slimers, and that's without the super cooler.
That's without the super cooler.
That's impressive.
I was really.
I'll give him that,
Oh my god.
but it's 2 weeks too late.
But there it is.
Man, Orby, I thought you were like, but I thought you were gonna pull like a King of Kong situation
Oh, yeah?
and be like, yes, but during this time I was able to get 97.
On a VHS
man.
recording, I was able to get 174.
No.
You were gonna just smack him down
Oh man, no, I did not continue playing that game after
after the time.
after the incident. Yeah,
After
after the super cooler incident. After the Ecto Cooler incident, which is coming back, by the way.
yeah, they re-upped the trademark. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here. All right. So before we get into the other listener mails, and congrats, Jeremy. That is an absurd score. I will never achieve that because I don't have the energy to put effort into that game anymore. This game. I'm not demeaning. I'm just saying. I can only put. Oh, you guys. We're going to be playing a game called Commute.
I thought it was called Does Not Commute.
It might not. It might. Is it does not commute or is it just?
I'm
it
pretty
says
sure it
commute.
does not commute.
Okay, does not commute because that's more clever. And it's by Mediocre Games. It says right on the screen there.
Oh, it
And
does.
it's cool. It's a cool little like driving puzzle game, I guess, sort of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good way to put it.
But
But it's top down. It's not like
yeah,
behind the
it's
steering
top
wheel.
down, and you're going to have to drive through like each stage is like a crossroads. And it's got a few different streets and such, and you're gonna have to maneuver cars through. And each time you maneuver a car through, that car's path will stay for the next car. So then you have by the end of it, you have 20 cars all maneuvering through these crossroads, and you have to get one or two last cars to the destination.
Yep.
And it's scored simply with time. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go. The best time to stage 4 will be the winner. So on the
The
main,
best time to stage 4, so
Yeah,
through
so-
3
so-
and then stop.
So once you beat 3, 4 will pop up, and it'll have a timer on the main level select, and that time will be our score.
Okay.
So upon completing stage 3, and you can go back and improve your times on these stages to get you can.
And that time will go down.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it will go up. You want more seconds to happen. It doesn't show your completed time. It shows how much you have left because it's cumulative for each stage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once you get to the 4, whatever you have there is good.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it.
That
And I
sounds
don't
good
think
to me.
there's any tricky buy options or anything like that.
If you find
So-
a buy option, we're not using it. Standard game.
Yeah. So does not commute, puzzly, drivey.
No,
game.
no super antifreeze in your car,
Should be.
Jeremy.
Think he drives a muscle car?
I like that joke.
That's the next game. Does not commute. Available on obviously both platforms, iOS and Android. I believe it's free on both markets.
I believe so.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. We've got
You know what we should do next time?
what's that?
The Pip-Boy app. Because it comes complete with Atomic Command. And we should do Atomic Command, which is just Missile Command.
I'm not against that.
Sure.
Next time.
Next time.
Not this time. Next time, Gadget.
Next time. Okay, so let's get to Jeremy's email this episode.
Oh, there's another one.
This
Man,
guy is an overachiever.
You can't be on Mike's team, man.
somebody's got to be, other
He's
than
not
Banji.
here.
He says,
I'm not saying I'm on his team, but I'm leading away from the middle right now.
He says, "Hot damn, boys! You don't mess around with some Kung Fury. This was the best I could manage, which was the 94,000 I reported earlier." He says, Oh, see, now he's trying.
Well,
to,
he beat
now
two out.
he's-
He beat
He's
two
trying
out
to
of
vote
4.
on things now. He's trying to cast votes.
Whoa,
on
whoa,
things.
whoa, whoa!
I told you he
says-
was an overachiever. See?
Jeremy.
No.
I vote we hold a Thunderdome-esque railgun battle for the wedding edition VIP experience. He wants people to die for my wedding.
This seems uncalled
I can
for.
now see why Ashley was okay with this.
No, this is not that email.
I don't know where
Th-
this
is
going.
even. That's got to be like murder drome, like actual Twisted Metal sort of situation.
He does have a good idea for Ryan, though.
A good idea for Ryan.
He says if there's a Mag prom this year, it should all be 50s tunes from Fallout games, and we could all dress like dapper mobsters.
That's what
I
Lamppost
am-
Apocalypse was supposed to be.
I am 1,000% on board with that, actually. That sounds pretty good to me.
You better pitch it at MagCon.
I might have to. But the last email that I have was simply entitled Wedding.
Who's it from?
Oh, we'll get to that.
All right.
Oh, we're gonna hear it first.
This
Man is so giddy right now.
This email, I got it. I read it to Ashley, and she said, "You know what? Huey's putting pillows on his head and hitting
Banging
guitars."
Fair is fair.
I read this to Ashley. She said, "Fair is fair. You know what? That person absolutely gets an invite to our wedding."
Wow.
I'm very curious.
This
All
is
right.
gonna be dark. Are they gonna have to stab me with a fucking fish fork or something?
No,
Okay.
it's just a request for an invitation, and they were ballsy enough to send it into the show. Therefore, they are now invited to my wedding. Says, "Hey guys, it's Chris Baines, and I'm writing in to claim my free Adam Chase wedding invitation."
Why does he listen to this show?
Yeah. How
He
the-
must have had it on.
He's also in the wedding. So he's in. Chris, you are in 100%. Invitation is in the mail in the future because we don't own those yet. But you will get, it won't even get really an invitation because you're in the bridal party. I'll see you at my bachelor party, good sir. No, he listened to the episode because we promoted Explosion Sound. Or, as JD
I was
would
about to
prefer
say.
me to say,
He was not satisfied with.
Yeah,
Not
it's
at all.
called artistic integrity, Adam.
I fucked up. I did.
Get
Some
out.
people take their craft seriously, unlike
So
us.
I will promote it
don't.
one more
We do
time
not.
to make up for my mistakes. Definitely check out on iTunes, CD Baby, a bunch of different places, Bandcamp for sure. Check out this new album, Killer Shapes.
But don't spend all your money on it because we already gave that promotion to the World is Square. This
Very
episode.
true, we did. So just give an album's worth of money to the Killer Shapes album. And if you'd like to search for them and your keyboard does not accept sound effects as valid characters, it's square bracket explosion sound. I can speak. Square bracket.
Explosion Squad.
Explosion Squound.
Oh, we need to make a MagFest version of that band.
It's just
And
called.
it's
just
just
a
called-
square
just
brace
silence.
pin drop square brace.
Yeah, Fizzle. I want to be in the band Fizzle.
Fizzle.
I kind of want to be in the band Fizzle. I think that might be it.
Oh,
just
man.
like very low volume white noise. Just
Yeah. That's how you say it. And make sure you get that right.
Yeah.
Our artistic integrity's on the line.
that's right.
I'll tell you what. I think that is going to do it. Unless you guys had something you wanted to bring up.
I'm just trying to think of the name for our first album for Fizzle. Healing Sounds? Colors?
Oh my goodness! You better call it. He's going to be on this for a while.
Healing.
Thank you for listening.
Rejuvenating.
This has been episode 37. My name is Big Adam.
Touching.
I'm Ryan.
Orvie here.
Huey?
Thanks for listening. See you next time.
Bye, guys. Sorry.
Sorry.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts, guests, and artists featured on the show. They are not necessarily the views or opinions of MagFest itself. Any questions, comments, or complaints can be sent to podcast@magfest.org.